with roll call, please.
Mr. Seaman?
Here.
Mr. Chickalow?
Here.
Mr. Waldeck?
Here.
This hearing is subject to all the Ohio sunshine laws, and all discussion and comments must be heard in open session. First thing on our agenda, we're going to talk about Section 35. Section 35 in our zoning regulations are sign regulations. We received from the Zoning Commission on December 18th a letter of transmittal, and they were telling us that they recommend that we pass the text additions to Section 35. And I will read those before we go on. This is paragraph F, lines 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 1 line is signs that display any written or graphic message that is lewd, lascivious, or obscene, unless such is protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The line, unless such is protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, is what they recommend that we add to Section 35. That would be the new text. In line 5, there is also an addition. Number 5 says, illumination. In no event shall an illuminated sign or lighting device be directed in an upward direction or be placed or directed so as to permit the beams and illumination therefrom to be directed or beamed upon a public thoroughfare, highway, sidewalk, or adjacent premise so as to cause glare or reflection that may constitute a traffic hazard or other nuisance. In line 5, the added text is, be directed in an upward direction. Gentlemen, do you have any comments?
No.
Do we have any,
No.
any thoughts or comments from our visitors?
Nope.
All right.
Looks good.
Okay. So we'll move on to our next section. The second on our agenda would be Section 36. It's a definition of large solar energy facility. We received a letter of transmittal to this board from the Zoning Commission on December 18th, 2023. The recommendation that the text be added to paragraph 36.2.3.10. It is the large solar energy facility section of Section 36. Added to the text would be an electric generating plant that consists of solar panels and associated facilities with a single connection to the electrical grid that is a major utility facility. A major utility is defined as an electric generating plant and associated facilities designed for or capable of operation at a capacity of 50 megawatts or more, and an electric transmission line and associated facilities of a design capacity for 100 kilovolts or more. And this would be under the revised code 496.1 G and B1 and B. So the additional text would be an electric generating plant that consists of solar panels and associated facilities with a single connection to electrical grid that is a major utility facility. And it talks about the 50 megawatts more in the transmission line and associated facilities of a design capacity of 100 kilovolts or more. Gentlemen, any comments?
Nope.
What constitutes, how big is that? I mean, are we shutting people down that want to make their own electric just because someone don't like the idea of having solar panels? You know,
talking about a solar farm.
It's a large.
This is large, acres and
Like
acres.
what's out on Route 5 and 45 there at Kent State, is that,
At least
An
that,
operation capacity of 50 megawatts.
yeah,
That's huge, yeah.
that's
so that's probably
acres.
not likely to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, half of Bristol, I don't know about half of Bristol, but it's
Nah,
gotta
pretty
be
close.
acres.
But-
Yeah.
I mean, it would
Huge.
supply half of Bristol.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. But
Okay.
we want to shut down progress. That's what,
okay,
progress.
all right, talk about that, please.
Well, solar is, in my opinion, is there.
Yeah.
It's gonna go. So do we wanna just shut it down?
I don't believe this says that. This would prompt, let's see, the area of land devoted to solar energy systems installation. The principal use of a large solar energy facility is an interconnection with a local utility power grid for distribution to more than one property or consumer. Includes the term solar farm. The ORC does not give the township the authority to regulate large solar energy facilities.
Not.
That's the current text of our zoning resolution. Okay, so no, we can't shut it down. But this would allow us to define possibly where it goes. Make sure that the facility doesn't infringe on the rights of other landowners around them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking for a
Okay,
word
so
and I
if you own,
can't.
if you own enough, what you're saying is basically, if you own enough land to put a solar system in to run your business without interfering with anybody else, could possibly be okay.
Yes,
Have you how higher power siting board controls where those are gonna be located? This is just a definition of what a large solar facility is. Nothing to do whether you can or can't.
okay,
Just define what it is, what a large solar facility is. And this is, all the green text that we have
yes,
is right out of the Ohio Revised Code.
okay, that's,
And this is what Jason taught, the assistant
Yeah.
prosecutor suggested that we put in here.
okay, and that's RC 4906.
Not individually
No, that's-
banning.
Correct.
I'm with that, okay.
Yes.
It says right here, 50 megawatt solar power plant is made up of so many solar panels, and the plant covers roughly the size of 200 soccer fields.
Holy smokes.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
So the one in
It
Champion
runs
looks
half
big
of
to us is nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
that might be an eighth of the size, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Big difference.
So in other words, you need to be Texas to put one up.
I guess they have more sun there too.
We can join property and build one.
Okay.
Write the check.
Any other comments? Okay. Third on our agenda is section 43. This is a military compatibility overlay district for Bristol Township zoning resolution. And this would be a complete addition, making a section 43 in our zoning resolution. On December 18th, we had a letter of transmittal from the zoning commission recommending that this section be added to our zoning resolution. We also received from them the letter written by the Trumbull County Planning Commission that also recommended that this be done. This, do we have extra copies of this? Of
I can,
transmittal?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 10 pages long. And what it is, it was started by the Youngstown Air Force Base, Air Reserve Station. And as you can see on the map, they identified that a small section of Bristol Township is in the approach and departure flight path of their base. On this map, this is a map of Bristol. And the small portion here would be the area that is in their flight path. Okay,
Basically in the southwest corner.
that's, yes, sir, that's correct. That is correct. Reading through it, it talks about making sure that lights don't shine up into the sky to create any obstacle for incoming aircraft at night. It talks about the height of buildings in that area, that it shouldn't be any higher than, oh, I don't remember, I think it's
199 feet.
there you go. All right,
There ain't gonna be any buildings 199.
right, in that
anytime
area.
in the future.
Yeah,
I don't
so,
think.
I don't
Yeah,
think so
that's right
either, yeah.
Nobody needs a silo.
Okay.
I have to
Yeah,
see it.
thank you, thank you. But that's the kind of things this looks at. And I had a chance to talk to the planning commission a little bit in the past week. And they went through a lot of trouble to put all of this together, to look at what was needed by the Air Force Base, but to also look at what was needed by each township that is affected by that, because we're not the only township. The flight paths, depending on the wind, actually affects 4 or 5 townships around our area. So they're very confident that this is the right thing to do. Any other comments? Yes, sir.
When we first started working on this, the draft that we had from the planning commission did not include specifics as to where this was located in town.
Yes.
And we spent a lot of time working with the planning commission. If you look at page 2, item 1.06, we added this on our own. No other township went to the trouble of doing this. We went to the trouble of adding, beginning at the intersection of North Park Avenue and Bristol Champion Town Line Road, at a point 41 degrees, 20 minutes, 55 seconds, 55.67
Okay.
degrees north, and 80 degrees, 48 minutes, 39.68 west. That was a point. Extending in a westerly direction approximately 1 mile, and then you get some other map coordinates on there. Then extending in a northwesterly direction, a point approximately 9/10 of a mile. And all those,
Yes.
then extending in a northeasterly direction for approximately 2.5 miles from Park Avenue, and then extending south on Park Avenue 2.5 miles to the point of origin. No other township so far has done anything like that. We wanted that in there so the residents could specifically understand where this was.
Yes.
Flying over your house and our house.
Not quite.
No,
It's
Yeah,
close.
close.
It's-
Not quite.
Yeah, it's close.
no, not even.
That's all right in our sector.
Yeah, but this is-
Okay.
very
Me
little
too.
corner.
I'm right
And
there.
the-
See him every time.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, Kevin. Okay. What was that?
You're not gonna put on it.
No, I'm not. So I'm just telling you, they're way lower than 199 feet.
One over our
Something
house.
seems,
Yeah, they're, I could shoot them with a pellet gun. I guarantee
would
it.
you punch him in the side right now?
So protection will leave.
The
them alone.
ribs.
You mean when they go over?
Yeah.
all the- you-
At least we know they're there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
gosh,
could hit them
yeah.
with a stone out of my driveway, I bet.
Well, just don't flash a light at them, and you're okay. That's what
They
this
don't
is all
bother me,
about.
I'm fine with them,
That's
I'm
what
just
this- They
saying.
could fly as low as they want.
Or you can
Just
read
don't-
the numbers and everything else on
Yeah,
the bottom.
don't just shine a light on them. That's what we're talking about.
Any more comments? You good?
I'm good.
Anyone else? All right, thank you. A motion to adjourn our public hearing. We have a second?
Second?
Mr. Seaman?
Yes.
Mr. Chickalow?
Yes.
Mr. Walden?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a minute to get my notes together and we will go into our regular meeting.